There we go. Okay, so YouTube, for some reason I can't connect to the chat. Oh, everybody, so we're gonna do something a little different today. So my recording software. There we go. Okay, so YouTube, for some reason I can't connect to the chat, so I'm trying to use one of my things in the background that I've got running. I'm hoping it works, but we will see. No. So things should be switched over. I'm trying to get. I'm using chatbot, a chat box thing right now. So let's turn my volume down. Oh, no, that's up. That's up. That's up. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the patch notes while this thing is patching. I'm actually going to. I'm using this screen here, right? Let's go with window capture temporarily. Patcher, boom. Okay. And I'm just going to sneak that up there. Hey, so this is for the PTS, the Civil War server test. I haven't been streaming for the last week and a half. I've been helping my father because he's been sick, so I do apologize for not being on for a while. But with that in mind, hello, Metallica Danger. We're going to get things going here. Is this the actual... Okay, that's the update there. Okay. So, it's going to take me... I have no idea how long to patch. I'm just going to swing that over to my secondary monitor for now. And minimize it. Now, for some reason, I can't connect to the chat. Very strange, actually. So I'm using my iPad right now to chat. So you guys are probably going to find this funny, but this is what I'm currently using to chat with everybody. Because all I can do is refresh YouTube chat right now, and then I get an error saying it can't connect. So... Who knows what exactly is going on, but the YouTube app is actually working on my phone, so that's always a good sign. Yeah, they've instituted a new chat system where now when you stream, it pops up on the bottom right on the streaming. Can't wait for TerraTech. It's okay, no problem. Yeah, it's been... my dad's... he's pretty sick, so we don't know what the problem is yet. He's going in for more tests and stuff. He lives about 2 hours away from me, so when I go to see him, I usually take a couple extra days. With that in mind, yeah, so we're just going to let the patch go. In the meantime, I'm trying to set some stuff up here. Okay. Coffee. So what are we doing? We are looking at the new Civil War tech upgrade for Mechwarrior Online. The Civil War, if you don't know, is the timeline boost or move up of Mechwarrior Online. So the year right now in Mechwarrior Online is 3055. We're going to 3062/3067. So we're going to have all new weapons, a couple new mechs, things like that. I don't think the new mechs are going to be available now that I just hit a whole bunch of buttons and just minimized everything. There we go. With that in mind, let's take a look. Later today, I think I'm actually going to be live streaming something else, depending on the dog. So array of new equipment for the clan Inner Sphere. PTS only includes the new tech and equipment, does not include Civil War mechs. Okay, that's good to know. Actually, I can go to analysis and I can zoom. There we go. Upcoming advancements in Mechwarrior Online timeline allows us the opportunity to introduce new weapons. We know that. So July 18th, we already know the date the patch is going to be. Blah, 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 blah. So here we go. Here's the fun stuff. So the actual down to the nitty gritty weapon information. So right now, light machine guns, light machine gun and heavy machine gun, whatever is in this, well, I'm going to assume is just a normal weapon for now. So light machine gun is 1 slot. Heavy machine gun is 1 slot. Heavy machine gun does twice as much damage as a light and a regular machine gun. The overall damage per second is 1.5 for heavy machine guns, almost 1 for a regular machine gun, which we already have, and 0.6 damage per second for a light machine gun. Not bad. Max range. So heavy machine guns, I'm going to assume that means also the rounds are a little bit bigger. So the range isn't going to be as far, which makes sense. Larger the projectile. Because that's what they do with the 2s, the 5s, the 10s, and all the autocannons. The larger the autocannon round, or the autocannon itself, the less damage, or the less range it has. Max range is 480 meters for a light machine gun. That's going to be insane when it comes to, I think it's the blackjack. I think it's the arrow. You can put 6 of them on there. You can do 6 light machine guns. And you basically double your range there. That's going to be pretty good. Ultimate range is 240, 110, and 80 meters. So heavy machine guns are in-your-face brawler weapons for sure. Projectile speed is all the same. The overall weapon spread, though, as you start shooting, there's a bit of a spread to it. Health is the same. Ammo is not. So you have 1,000 rounds and then 200 rounds for each. Good to know. Gauss rifles. The thing I'm really looking at. Light Gauss and heavy Gauss. So 11 slots versus 7 versus 5. So this is going on the verge of almost an AC-20. It even does almost the exact same damage as an AC-20. It does 18 damage versus 15 versus 12. So for the price of 2 regular Gauss rifles, that's 14. You can actually do 3 light Gauss for every 2 heavy Gauss that you do. And you only lose 3 damage technically. Which means you do 30 versus 36 damage. So it's actually easy. So pretty much if you can put 2 Gauss rifles on a mech, you can do 3 light Gauss and actually do more damage. And they take up 15 slots versus 14. So you have that 1 extra slot that it takes up. Interesting. 2 heavy Gauss is 11 slots. The tonnage is 12. Oh, there we go. That's how they offset it. So you basically offset the slots by the tonnage. Okay, so it's not as light. So you still can't do the crazy tonnage differences. Okay. So it's still a heavy weapon. It does 8 damage versus 15 versus 26. So I was thinking slots versus damage there for a second. Boo. So it actually does, heavy Gauss does more damage, than a AC-20. It does 25 damage. Wow. Okay. Heat. 2 heat, 1 heat, 1 heat. 5, 5, and 6.5 for cooldown. Max range. Which makes sense. The smaller the projectile, the longer the ranges. Optimal ranges are good. Wow. Look at that optimal range, though. Holy smokes. We're up to 11 patches of 12. 660, 180. Holy crumoly. Projectile here runs a little slower. We're still patching, so once it's done patching, we'll be able to play here. Shots per ton, 20, 10, and 5. I'm probably going to go light Gauss for more of my builds, because you can definitely get more ammo. Then with cooldowns and things like that, light Gauss are going to be probably one of the more meta things. Because for 2, that's 30. 24 tons, yeah. Because where you could put 1 Gauss rifle, theoretically you can now put 2 Gauss rifles. With obviously some modifications. Oh, the light fusion engines. Oh my god. That's going to be something interesting. Inner Sphere has access to now the LBX 2s, 5s, and 20s. Which is really good. Chat's all wonky. Ultra autocannons, we now have availability to those as well, which is good. And we have the racks, the Rack 2 and the Rack 5, or the rotary autocannons. For those of you, if any of you guys are having issues trying to connect, because I just saw a whole bunch of people disconnect and reconnect to the chat, there's an issue with YouTube's end. I myself cannot connect to the chat as well. They recently changed up a bunch of their stuff. Slots 3, slot 6. Oh, validating the patch. The moment that thing says play, we're playing. Velocity, heat. I'm really looking forward to trying to get these rotary autocannons on my MX-90, on my Molar, just so we can get those things just twisting up. And we have our PPCs, which we're definitely going to be trying as well. We got our Streak 2s, 4s, and 6s. We're going to try our Streak 6s on our Griffin as well. Our Streak 4s, sorry, on the Griffin. Stub nose PPCs as well is going to be a big thing that we're going to try out on a couple of the mechs that we have PPCs on for the Inner Sphere. So it looks like the thing that has almost the... Ooh. So a regular PPC is 3 slots. This is 2. 3 tons. Oh! That is a big deal. So a light PPC does half the amount of damage. Takes up 1 less slot and is half the size. Very interesting. It was me accidentally clicked. Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't just you. There was a bunch of people that all disconnected and reconnected. The viewership went down to 2, and then went back up. They went up to back up to 6. Unless you're 5 people, unless you're 4 people. Well, then again, there is 13 of you, right? Hence the name Lucky 13. MRMs. Oh boy. Oh Nelly, this is gonna be insane. There's like just so much information to look at. We already know how streaks work. MRMs, not so much. Shots, or slots, tonnage, damage, heat, the cooldown rates, maximum ranges are all the exact same because they're all medium range missiles. Optimal range is 450. Is there a minimum though? The Inner Sphere is access medium range of the entirely new missile type system unique to the Inner Sphere. This unguided low damage missile catering minimum range engagements, unlike SRMs or LRMs. MRMs fire pattern act as a stream of missiles rather than a single volley of clustered missiles. I wonder if these fire like actually that's a picture. I wonder if these fire kind of like clan missiles do. Like you click and hold and they just start firing. I'm going to try that. Rocket launchers are a one-shot deal, obviously. Stealth armor. Okay, so this is the newest thing I'm going to be trying on probably my Raven and my Griffin. So you have to have ECM on the mech to be able to equip it. And it's on the M key by default. Interesting. Stealth armor roll. So it operates on an on-off state by M. Then when it's active, it basically only makes you visible to the eye. That's it. But you will not be able to dissipate heat. On a hot map, you get a slow buildup of heat automatically. I'm going to say that also means that on a cold map, you'll dissipate. Okay, and then when you deactivate it, any heat that was built up automatically dissipates real quick. Wait, I wonder if that means you can turn it on, do a bunch of damage, disengage, turn it off, wait for it to dissipate, turn it back on, and then re-engage again. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a 10-second delay. So it takes up 12 slots as well. Something that's good to know. Oh, there we go. New light ferrofibrous. The new fusion engines. Oh, and... Oh. Okay. Targeting computers. For the inner sphere. Laser AMS. So it does 5 heat. Interesting. New claim weapons. We have light and heavy machine guns as well. ER micro. Micro pulse. The heavy laser systems. Light tag. The ATMs, which we'll try. The new Beagle Active Probe, the light version. Laser AMS. And there is some skill tree changes. So there is now a new flamer. Ventilation node. Enhanced ECM systems. For the new inner sphere, they've now added nodes associated with the new stealth armor system as well. Oh, so here we go. So there is some mechs that do not. So these are the only mechs that actually will show the new weapon systems. So we're gonna have to remember that. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep this list only because these are the only mechs right now that actually show the new system. So we're just gonna bring this over to my other... Oh, crap, really? Okay. We're just going to close that. Play. It'll just be a second here while I set this up. Nope. Here we go. So since it is the default PTS, I am going to take a few moments to change up some settings. I get in the pool. Here we go. I wonder why YouTube's being such a pain today. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Okay. Okay, do we have... We do, okay. There we go. Game capture, properties. Mechwarrior online. Perfect. That over. Okay, so so the crab, the black knight, the enforcer, the grasshopper, the king crab, the mauler, the panther, the urban mech, the wolfhound, and the Zeus are the only mechs that show the new weapon systems. Wait, hold on. We're not yet been retrofitted to support the distinct visual appearance of Liberty. Alright. So, first thing we're going to go look at then is the Mauler. Now we're going to go with the MX-90. Oh, this is already looking amazing. We're going to strip all equipment. Just look how many more weapon systems we have. Oh my gosh. Oh, so beautiful. Okay. So basically, we're probably just going to stick with the Maulers and stuff like that for the moment. So we have all the Ultras. No big deal. But we want... Ooh, okay. So what if I did something like this? Wow, those take up a lot of space. But we have the new engines. We now have the new light fusion engines. We'll take a 325. That's going to cost me... Okay, they gave me money. Okay, good. Over 5 million C-bills. Okay. So, we know that the price for the new systems... Holy crap. Very expensive. Very expensive. So, the new engines... Sorry, the new light engines, 3.9 million. And the price for these ballistics... Go by name here, please. Rotary 2s and 5s are, wow, almost 500,000 and 350. So they're making a lot of the newer weapons also pretty damn expensive, too. So we're doing dual rotary 2s and dual rotary 5s. We're also going to throw in some ER medium lasers as well. Because, why not? For AMS, we're going to do a laser AMS in our left arm. Because, once again, why not? Standard, light, and XL. Wow. Very nice. We're not putting any missiles on this one. So we can go endo, double. So we can go Pharaoh. Which saves us 1 ton. Light Pharaoh, which saves us half a ton. So light Pharaoh, I guess, is going to be more good for probably lights. Ammo. So we're going to put RC5 ammo. How many rounds is that? 130 rounds of RC5 ammo. I have no idea if that's going to be enough. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 4 tons of RC5 ammo. And 5 tons of RC2 ammo? Throw heat sinks. Okay, so we're at 89.5. We have half a ton. Oh. Now, mind you, I don't think I've actually... Oh. What am I doing? There we go. Make this thing a little bit more beefier, shall we? $6.6 million to switch this thing over to the new system. So under the new rules, just look at those things. Oh my god, they basically look like well, they're rotary cannons, obviously. Wow. Okay, first, we're gonna go into the testing grounds. Let's go to Tourmaline. And we're gonna try the new system. Wolfhound. Oh, only the new Wolfhound has ECM. We're gonna try the PPCs on our urban mech. Okay, so. Oh my god! They take it. Okay, so they're not supposed to spin, but they do. Alright, so first off,
Target acquired.
on chain fire, they don't work. But oh my god, do these things run hot.
Heat level critical.
A little tear. A little tear. Right there. Right there. Oh my god. That's the new ER mediums. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fire just the twos now.
Heat level critical.
So the two. Oh, okay. So if you look on the very bottom right, there's a yellow line. As that maxes out, your heat spikes. Oh no, they jam. So the fives just have a heat.
Target destroyed.
Oh, there's a guy in my unit that I know is gonna love these.
Critical.
And then just for measure.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
So the bar there is their jam chance. Wow, my one rotary 2 is jammed now completely. Oh, okay, you gotta re-click it again.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god, just... Wow. These rotary autocannons are just...
Target destroyed.
Damn, my... Oh. And then, of course, Zorch. Wait, there's a bad guy over here.
Target
There it
acquired.
is. Well, let's test our range here. So we definitely get some jam issues. Wow! Oh my god, the autocannons are just... I think I have a new favorite. Can I get up? Can I? Ah, I can't. I'm getting caught at the kneecap there. We can get up there though.
Level critical. Autocannon ammo at 25%.
Oh, wow. So we have 120 rounds of AC5 of rotary autocannon 5 left. So what I'm doing here is I'm just clicking the button. Just keeping them spinning, basically. Yeah, so you have to click the weapon if it's jammed, probably just to click it. So what I'm going to try to do now is just keep the weapon, just try to keep them. So I'm just clicking once. So you can keep them rotating and you'll do more.
Autocannon ammo depleted.
This is a look of just dumb happiness right here. Oh, wow. I am so happy right now with this. Okay. So that's the rotary autocannons. Alright, so we're going to try Gauss now. I wonder if I can actually buy with MC the hero. Battle Mix, Heroes, Assault. Mauler. Nope, not yet. Okay. I was hoping I could buy it and then throw the weapons on it. Which one has all the missiles? You got 2 missiles. You have 4. And you have 2. Okay, so the resistance variant, the 1R. Sorry, I'm waiting for something to happen. What if that's my problem? Oh, I know why that just happened. Thank you, Black Dragon, for resubbing to the channel. Normally it would pop up and say, hey, someone subscribed to the channel, but someone already was. Oh. So we got 2 ballistics. We're actually going to try the missiles, though, here. We're going to try the MRMs first. Just try 2 MRM-40s. We're going to throw in... Oh, actually, hold on. I'm going to use the same the new light fusion engine. Well, they are so awesome. They are so awesome. Loadout. Let's just take that engine. I'm going to move it around from mech to mech to mech. Loadouts. So this one we're going to do MRM 40s, only because it says they're not a volley type weapon. Whatever that means. So we're going to try and figure what exactly that means. In the meantime, I need at least 2 slots in either torso. Engine, Late XL. Boom. Oh, actually, hold on. I want to do something a little different here. Let's do MRM 30s. Let's throw our ammo in our arms. YouTube gaming. MRM 30. Wait, there it is. Okay. We're actually gonna do 2. Can I fit 2 30s? I can fit 2 30s. Okay. Boom. And then a whole bunch of MRM ammo, which I can't do anymore. Heat is 1.03 though. Let's go light ferro. Equipment. So also less double heat sinks. Good to know. YouTube gaming. So those are the MRMs. Basically just look like missiles. Wait. 5, 10, 15. That's a 20 launcher. 3, 6, 12. That's 20 as well. Okay. So the Muller is one of the only mechs that actually have been designed to work to use it. They are and they aren't. Tabletop, it's kind of weird how they're set up. Damn it. Freaking thing. Because in tabletop, you can also change. They're actually not really. You can actually change what? No, are those ATMs that you can change? I can't remember. So many new toys. Well, we're gonna find out. Well, I think they may have set it up so that it's more like a clan style missile launch. We'll find out in a second. Testing grounds. Currently one or more slot violations. That might be a bug right there. I think it might just fire, like when you press it, it might fire kind of like the clan missiles possibly. How they're not actually single fire weapons, they're actually like all kind of, they slowly stream out. But we're about to find out. I'm just going to try this again. I may have read the description incorrectly. Heavy lasers, pulse, machine guns, climb AMS, stealth armor, rocket launcher, MRMs. Intersphere now has access to medium-range missiles, an entirely new missile weapon type unique to the Intersphere. These are unguided, low-damage missiles centered to medium-range engagements. Unlike SRMs, LRMs, MRMs firing patterns act like a stream of missiles rather than a single volley of cluster missiles. So I think what it means is, instead of one missile firing specifically, you can click and hold it, and you can actually dummy fire all of them in a line. Which I think is technically what SRM should have been. They should, like, if you fired clusters, they would always kind of, like, you can fire, like, if you chain fire them, you can go, like, fire them here, 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 and here, and lead your target. Now you can actually just fire ahead of your target, and they'll probably, like, create a line. Almost like realistic missile launchers do. But we're going to try it in a second. Let's try this again. Oh, yeah. Check consumables. Now consumables are empty. Oh. It's the light fusion. It's a light ferro. There's a bug in it. So it's the light ferro. There's a bug in it where it just automatically applies how many spots it's on. They said there's going to be bugs, which makes sense. Heat's 1.1. Let's test these puppies out. There's nobody on right now. Except for Sean Lang in the mech lab and Eric probably in the mech lab as well. Tourmaline does it. So yeah, first time streaming in about a week and a half.
Heat level critical.
I hit the wrong button. I didn't do anything. The missiles are firing on their own. The missiles were firing up. That may have been my mouse, for the record.
Target acquired.
Oh, okay. So it just fires like kind of the clan missiles. Oh no, they just fire like the clan. I like the sound though. I'm gonna restart that. Because I'm also trying to record this as I go. So basically, they just fired like clan missiles do. So it's bad. Alright, time to test them. So we do a full alpha strike of MRM 30s. Oh, I know why it fired more than...
Target acquired.
So the Mauler is only set to have 20 racks of 20. If you fire more than that, it's going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4 extra shots of 10. So if we fire 1... Yeah...
Heat level critical.
So MRM 30s, pretty hot.
Heat level critical.
So after 5 volleys-ish, we almost took the arm off an Atlas.
New target acquired.
Well, we did some good damage.
Heat level critical.
I like the new sound of them, though.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
It almost sounds like a missile shotgun. It's like... brrr, brrr. Can I turn up the game effects? Okay, game effects. Oh, where? By the way, where is my FOV at? Oh, it's at 90. Perfect. It did save my stuff. Okay.
Target destroyed.
I like the new sounds as well. Wow.
Target acquired.
Yeah, so it definitely fires a lot like the clan missiles do.
Heat level critical.
Very effective weapon. Now, how it works obviously in the real game is kind of different. What'd you do? I don't know. I honestly have no idea what I did. It just started...
Target acquired.
So, according to the stats, we're going to bring the stats up for the MRMs. The range, max range is 450 meters, and the optimal range is 450 meters. I have no idea what the minimum is, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back in here. Does it do any damage at... Okay, so they explode at 450, I'm going to assume. So we're going to get this guy just... We're going to say we're going to put him at 460. Well, I think there's also 460. Come on, 460. It might take you a while. It took me... Alright, so they explode at 460. They do, okay. So then what's the minimum range?
New target acquired.
We're going to start at 100 meters as the minimum. At 100 we do damage. Let's try 50.
At 20%. 25%.
At 50, we do damage as well. Now, I know they shouldn't have a minimum range, but I was thinking they might put in like a damage reducer, kind of like how the weapons have less time to arm, maybe.
Destroyed.
That reminds me. They're dummy fire, right? They don't lock on? Unguided, yeah, okay. They shouldn't have a minimum range. Yeah, I kind of figured that, yeah. Alright, so that is the MRMs. Afterwards, I'm going to upload all these videos and edit them and all that stuff. Hold on one second, sorry. You in there, Mobius? Dog snoring behind me. I'm sorry if you guys are picking it up on the microphone. Yeah. YouTube's broken. I can't even connect to the YouTube chat. I'm actually using, to chat. I'm using my iPad. Because to me, I can't even connect to it. So the one on the screen is actually running through a third party that I got running. It's running through I'm trying to remember the name of the program that I was running. What's the next weapon system on our list here? PPCs. So if I scroll down real quick, which one of our mechs has entity slots that will show the new weapon systems? Well, the Enforcer actually does. So does the King Crab, I just realized no clan mechs show the new weapons. Interesting. Well, let's go with the Black Knight. Oh, I'm just gonna strip all equipment. Any of them have? You have PPC quirks. So with you. Now remember, a lot of these mechs also are not skill treed out, so. Went to YouTube gaming site. Yeah, unfortunately I can't. Whenever you try to stream, it kind of fits the system the way it's working on my end. Yeah, YouTube just having a thing. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? We're gonna do snub nose, snub. Oh, actually, let's pull up the stats real quick here. Machine guns, rockets, PPCs. 2 slots for the light, 2 for the snub nose, and then 4 for the heavy. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 snub nose there. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? 1 snub nose, 1 light, 1 heavy, and we're just gonna look at them. So the snub nose is right here. It basically just looks like a PPC with a shorter barrel. Well, actually, you know what I should do? Just a regular PPC. Boom. So that's a regular PPC there. So the light is same length, but a little smaller. Snub nose, same width, but shorter. And then the heavy. Let's put the heavy. Oh, okay, so the heavy is basically just a lot thicker. Actually, it's, yeah, around the edges, just a lot thicker. Good to know. Okay. We got only a certain amount of mechs actually have these things skinned on, so. Let's try. We're going to do dual heavy PPCs. Just try it, see how they feel. Light XL engine. Let's throw it on. I like this now where you actually can click on it and drop down. Double heat sink. Throw endo on this thing just to be on the safe side. Or so I'm going to do something that might be a little crazy, but heavy PPCs in the arms, and then dual snub nose. Oops. Heat efficiency of 1. Ferro gives us minus 1.1 tons, which is enough to throw in 1 extra heatsink. A little bit more center torso armor. There we go. So we got 2 heavies on either arm, so we can actually shoot with the heavies. And then we have the 2 snub nose for up close and personal. Oh, there's the new comp play button. There is a new skill tree change up, by the way. There is supposed to be something for flame. Oh, there it is, right there. Flamer reduction. Flamer ventilation. Nothing for machine guns, though, other than technically magazine capacity. Well, actually, I guess all these work for it, too. Whatever was there, they modified as well. There was something for ECM as well under the new system under auxiliary, I think it was. No, or was it sensors? At Quirk Steel Thermal Cooldown Multi. That's with the new cloaking sensors, or the stealth sensor, or the stealth armor. Basically, this helps you burn off heat faster while you're cloaked or stealthed. Or you burn it off faster when you unstealth yourself. Good to know. All right, let's try this thing in the testing grounds as well. All right, heavy PPCs first. I'm going to actually put every PPC on this thing. I'm not going to try builds. Builds are just stupid to try at this point. Yeah, they didn't put minimum range for anything on here. So I'm assuming everything that they released does not have a minimum range. So we have snub nose, a heavy, a light, a regular. So we're just gonna have a regular PPC in there just for shits and giggles. Let's strip the armor off our arms. There we go. And a regular PVC in the right torso. So it's all of the PVCs right there. Oh, I didn't realize that one was so high up. So that's regular, that's a heavy, That's a snub nose. That's a light. And I think that's a regular, and that's an ER. ER, regular, heavy, snub nose, and light. Testing grounds. So that's one of each. And Mobius.
Target.
Sorry about this.
acquired.
1 second. Okay, Mobius. Okay. I will be back momentarily. I just have to go let the dog out to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. Doggy had to pee. So, okay, so what we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to test out all the new PPCs. So, ER and regular PPC are number 1 and 2 PPCs. So, 4. So, first off, here is the regular PPC sounds. That's what our normal PPC sound like. Here is the light PPC. Our old PPC. Play a Zorch. I like the new sound of the PPC, actually. The heavy PPC. I like the sound. Heat is definitely a thing. And then the snub nose. Well, I like that little sound it gets just before it fires. The boop. I like it. Having like a quad snub nose PPC build. So the ranges for the ER is 810. Everything else is 540 for the light, the heavy, and the regular PPC. And the snub nose is for in-close personal within 300 meters type thing. So boom.
Heat level critical.
I like the PPCs. The new PPCs are pretty good, actually. I like the sound of the light. So if you go in order of, we'll say heavy to light, it goes PPC, 2, 3. So it goes like this. It goes 1. Oh, actually I did that in the wrong order. Whoops. So it goes light PPC, regular PPC, but heavy PPC. I actually like it. I actually like it quite a bit. And then the snub nose being the in-close variant. And last but not least, the ER, the one with the longest range, obviously. They added a little bit more of a oomph at the end of that. I like it. So I like the new sounds, actually. The new SFX are actually really good for the PPCs. Alright, up next, we got... We do the racks. We already know Ultra Cannons and LBXs. Let's do the machine guns. So light and heavy machine guns. We need a mech that's got at least 4 ballistic. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I need a mech that actually has 4 ballistic that actually can show what the changes are. Well, Urban Mech looks like it's the closest. Select mech. Oh, actually, before we even do that, Mech Bay, Mech Lab, select mech, strip, remove all equipment, save. Okay, so we're going to a light mech, Urban, and loadout. Alright, so this thing I've got 4 regular machine guns and 1 ER PPC. Let me bring up the expanded window here. Or regular PPC, sorry. Now, theoretically, under the new system, I can now do two heavy machine guns because they weigh more. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to try... Actually, let's just drop the PPC here for a second. We're going to go heavy machine gun, light machine gun, and then regular machine gun. We're just going to save it. Testing grounds, Terra Therma. Oh. Okay, well, apparently they use different weapons. Yeah, the new SFX are really good. So apparently light machine guns and heavy machine guns use different ammo. So obviously different caliber. So it's going to probably be light machine gun ammo, heavy machine gun ammo. Yeah, they do. I mean, they should theoretically. I'm just an idiot. They look... Basically, the only thing different is the end barrel. Alright, so we just added some extra tonnage from each one. Yeah, I'm not too worried. Testing grounds. Terraforma. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking that they'd use different ammo. I don't know why. I was thinking kind of like a standard rifle. Can use 7.62 across the board, but you can have a 7.62 sniper rifle. Basically, it's all about the barrel. Okay, so we got light heavies and regular machine guns. So let's put these in order of weight. Alright, so here is the standard machine gun we had before.
Target acquired.
Whoops, hold on. There we go. Alright, so sound first. Standard machine gun. Light machine gun. And then heavy machine gun. Not bad, actually. I like the sounds. I also like the dog sitting up on almost on my lap. Sorry about that. So yeah, the noises are actually pretty good. Regular, light, and heavy. For ranges, it's 480 meters for the light, 240 for the for the regular, or the medium machine gun. Now I guess you can call it. And then the heavy machine gun is 180. So if we go, what is the range on you?
New target acquired.
You are 400. So theoretically, I could be hitting this guy with a light machine gun without any issues. Now, mind you, there is a bit of a spread to it. Interesting. So what we're actually seeing, you hit the button, there's immediate contact. Like, it's not even delayed by a little bit, it's immediate. So once again, no medium, but... yeah, all they did was really change what the barrels look like. So, yet again... with taking the spread into consideration...
New target acquired.
I like the sound of all three of them, though. Alright, so the... Probably just a hit registration thing. Because, I mean, bullets fly so fast, right? They can make it... That's very true. Yeah, machine guns are pretty good. They definitely got some beef to them as well. I like that the heavy machine guns sound more like an assault rifle. Light machine guns kind of sound almost like an SA-80-ish. Like an M16, just like a regular general assault rifle. Like anything with a 7.62 round. Or 5.56, sorry. Anything with a 7.62 would probably be along the lines of kind of AK-47-ish. Oh, sound turned off there for a second. And light would be more 9mm-esque. Machine gun rate of fire. I think just generic rate of fire actually affects it. Oh. Interesting. I just realized something on my mouse here. And we... Come on. We get through the... I want to see how bad the back end of this thing looks. There's so much damage on the back of this thing. So now I want to see how dangerous an urban mech with a light PPC and heavy machine gun and see an urban mech now with light machine guns, 4 of them, and a light PPC should actually now be pretty dangerous.
Target destroyed.
I love the new sound effects when a mech explodes, too. This is really good. Machine gun rate of fire. Yeah, I don't know. I think machine guns are pretty much like as is, right? Then again, I mean... Kind of like the way machine guns are as of now. I mean, in the game, right? They're not really even used on mechs. They're actually an anti-personnel device. So, the way I would probably build out my urban mech would probably be along the lines of, instead of it being 4 4 regular machine guns, I might do 2 regulars, 2 heavies. Did I just put on 2 light PPCs on an urban mech? No. So wait, if I did this then... Two light PPCs and 4 heavy machine guns on an urban mech. Oh my god. Yeah, I know my skills. Wait. Why wouldn't the skills be good to go for this? Oh, you know what it is? Some of the current skills don't apply to the new mechs. Or I also have consumables that I haven't used yet. No, I got consumables. So it looks like the new weapons don't actually fall under the situation of the new weapons yet. So we got dual light PPCs and quad heavy machine guns on an Irby. Oh, I am in heaven right now. Oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta do this. I gotta take this thing into the Academy bay real quick. And see how this thing works. This is gonna be insane. An urban mech with dual light PPCs and 4 heavy machine guns. Oh my god. So our machine gun rate of fire is going to be probably rate of fire, instead of being 0.95 damage a second, it's going to be 1.5 damage a second. Oh, this is going to be crazy.
Welcome
Yeah, I
to
know.
the Mechwarrior Academy.
Oh, just look at those ones. Let's look at those weapons. So yeah, the heavy machine guns have a better barrel on them, or like a heavier barrel. Whoops. You're welcome. Let's share the battle zone with this thing. Panther with 4. Oh, just the Panther. I wasn't even. Oh, we may have froze. Yeah, we did. Oh, don't know if the Panther. I know the Wolfhound has been set up to take. Not all the mechs have the new weapon systems like visualized yet, but the Wolfhound is.
Warning,
Oh,
incoming missile.
weapons are not set up properly yet.
Warning, incoming missile.
There we go. Ah. What? I hit the wrong button. Oh! Oh my god! I think I'm in love. Put a laser AMS on this thing, and I am gonna be just.
Fuel at 25%. Warning, incoming missile.
But
Warning, incoming missile.
so laser AMS
Warning, incoming missile.
is the next thing we're putting on this thing. Oh wow. So none of the new weapons are affected by the skill tree system yet, from the looks of it? Yes, it is. Now, mind you, this isn't even for close in range, right? The PPCs do less damage up close. The light PPCs do. So, theoretically, dual snub nose and then some light machine guns would be actually pretty good.
Warning, incoming missile.
Someone's on me.
Warning, incoming missile.
That's right, I gotta do this to test out the new AMS as well. So,
Warning, incoming
there it
missile.
is.
Target acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
Something is seeing me, but I don't know where it is.
Warning, incoming missile.
Interesting. Okay, so... I think the lights, I'm using them incorrectly. Or they don't have a minimum. We'll test more of the builds out a little later when I'm not frozen. Because we still got to go over all the clan weapons, AMS. There's the new targeting systems. There's obviously the new light feral, the new stealth armor, the rocket launchers. We're not going to try the streaks because we already know how streaks work. LBXs as well. Medium lasers or ERs apparently have a new audio, which we're going to try. Cost machine guns. Okay. So I think this will be better with two snubs. 2 snubs and a bunch of machine guns. Or so this is where certain things of the new system kind of well, actually, an XL engine is something that's needed in this thing. This is going to really show you just how well the new system is. Light Gauss and light PPC. Oh, I'm short 3-6. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. What's lighter is the Snubnose is 6 tons. Light is 3 tons. So that wouldn't work, but a light Gauss would. Oh my god. With these new weapon systems, there are so many new things that you could do. I am really, really excited for this. There's the AMS we can throw on a little later. So laser AMS is 1.5 tons. It takes up 2 slots. So it's literally twice the size almost of the current AMS. As machine guns, let's try ER larges. Oops, hold on. Alright, so we're going to test out all the new PPCs. Alright, time to test them. So we do just looking at everything I've recorded so far. Okay. Yeah. This thing's just going to be insane. So you can do a light Gauss with some medium lasers. Let's look at another mech here that has the new weapons. Let's do the crab, actually. We're going to strip you for now. So yeah, so all the new weapons aren't applied to the new weapon systems yet. So the skill tree doesn't really work, but it does. Train mech builds with light engines. Oh, I have, yeah. Basically, it's 2 slots on either torso, but they don't weigh as much. I'm actually going to do one with the crab right now. Crab. 6 energy would be probably fine. Let's go with you. So load out. First we're going to strip you down. And we're going to try the new ER weapons. We're going to go... let's do an ER small in the CT and in the head. And then we're going to do 2 ER mediums in either arm. And then we're going to throw in the new AMS, the laser AMS. And we're going to throw in one of the new light fusion engines. Let's go with the biggest. The X, what is it, just the light? Yeah, the light 325. So the difference here between the light 25, we go 105.63, and it weighs 25 tons. XL, well, the Fusion XL weighs 19 tons. But takes up obviously 3 slots on either or other torso, and you can die. So, quad Gauss heavies. Oh yeah, you can do quad heavy Gauss heavies. Actually, I have an idea after that one. Even quad light Gauss heavies actually aren't even that bad. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in a regular medium, like a regular. Let's just put it ER there, just so we can put the sound difference. Since they updated the sound as well, I want to hear what the new sound is sounding like. Okay, testing grounds, Tourmaline. Let's go Alpine Peaks. Just because we want something a little cooler. So remember, none of this is to check viability. It's just to see how the new weapons sound, how they feel. For the record, rack weapons do rotate. Though in the PTS it says they don't in the download or in the info, but they do. Dog snoring again. We're gonna do rocket launchers, and then we're gonna do stealth armor. All right, so ER weapons. We're going to do ER mediums, obviously. Compared to... So this is a regular ER medium. Or, sorry, this is a regular medium laser. Okay. So a regular... Actually, let's get to a better spot here real quick. So regular medium laser. Let's stop here where it's nice and open. Regular medium laser. ER mediums. I like the sound. Very nice. So overall difference between ER mediums and regular mediums. An ER medium laser is 1 slot, 1 ton. Same difference. It does 5 damage, 4.5 heat. 3.35 damage, duration of 0.9, max range of 720, optimal range of 360, and a health of 7.5. Pretty much most of that stuff's the same for this small, except it's half a ton. It does 3 damage, 2.2 heat, 2.5 cooldown, 0.75 duration, 400 meters from max, and 200 for optimal. Oh. Let's, well, here is the large laser, the one we're used to. And then here is the small. Here is the small. So they're definitely updating a lot of the sound, too. I like it. Quad heavy Gauss? Yeah, I'd have a hard time, but it's still, I think it'd still be able to do it. So mediums, yeah, they're actually pretty good too. I mean, they're just longer range medium, like medium lasers, but they sound really good too. Especially since now pretty much ER smalls are basically just smalls with longer range, almost to medium range. I like that. Rockets are next. Dog always knows when I'm looking at him. Scroll down. We already know streaks. We already know MRMs. Rocket launchers. So they are a one-off thing. None of these heavy mechs, other than the Black Knight, have been set up for the new weapons yet. Neither is the Cyclops. King Crab has been, but you can't really see the new weapons. So there's one of the Mauler actually to pretty much do the rocket launcher. No, I want to strip that crab down real quick. Is it this one? No, is it this one? Yes, strip. All equipment. Loadouts. Missile first. We're going to do rocket 20s. Actually, we're going to do rocket 20. And then a rocket 15 and 10, just to see how they feel. Ammo. Rocket launchers are one-off weapons. So we're going to put that nice big engine in it. And there we go. Wow, heat efficiency of 0.76. That's good to know. Testing grounds. Let's go Tourmaline, because the closest guy is on that map. It's the meta is probably going to be for Inner Sphere is going to be light Gauss, light PPC. Okay, so here we go. Rocket launcher tests. So info for the rocket launchers. 1, 2, and 3 slots for the 10, the 15, and the 20. We got two 20s, a 10, and a 15. Half a ton, then a ton, and then 1.5 tons, size-wise. 17.5 damage for the 10s, 26.25 damage for the 15, and then 35 damage for the 20s. Heats 3, 4, and 5. The ranges are different. So for a rocket 20, the max range is 360. For 15s, it's 450, and then for 10s, it's 540. I don't even know what the point of these things would even be. Now, they do a lot of damage, though. I mean, it could be also a shock weapon. Like, we're going to see how they look. It could be one of those as well, though. So we're at 2.
Target acquired.
Okay, well, it's not a lock-on weapon. So we're in range for everybody, so let's watch and see what happens. Two points of damage to an Atlas's arm. That's, interesting. That's pretty good, actually. Still almost 2%. Now I can see them being used to finish off an opponent. Like you leave you can leave them in reserve for the very end, and then you see the guy you want to kill. You see that he's down to like small amount of damage, and then hit him when he's down. Maybe. Oh, I know exactly where I could test this. I know exactly where we can test this, the viability of these weapons. I'm gonna grab a catapult. Catapult's got, what, 6? That's the most. I really don't see a... Whoa! Okay, I like how they look, though. I'll admit to that. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Mech Lab. So... 4 rocket 20s. And the biggest engine I can put in it almost puts me at 50 tons. I'm going to assume case is a big deal. Snub nose, snub nose. Heat's 0.7. Yeah, I don't... Like, I can't see it being a viable build. I don't see it being the best weapon in the world. We can try something like this, though. Because I have an idea. May not work, but it's an idea. Because you can go into the economy back and go into, I think it's the not the battle zone, but the other zone there, and guys are actually damaged. You can actually try in that area to see if there's guys that are easy to kill, so to speak. And the dog. 1 second, sorry. Okay, so here we go. Rocket launcher test.
This is simple enough. Use targeting to quickly kill your enemies.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Heat level critical.
Sorry about that. I was muted this entire time, wasn't I? So it looks like rockets... Best thing they're good for is finishing off your opponent. How do I get out of here? So yeah, it looks like that's what the... I didn't realize I was muted. I think that's pretty much what the best thing they're kind of used for. Let's see if I can rearm myself. Am I stuck on that? There we go. Let's see if I can rearm myself here. Nope. So yeah, it looks like they're best for basically just like finishing off your opponent. If they're a couple points of health away, I guess you can use it. We'll try one more time. I just need to exit out and go in. Overall, though, I don't feel like they actually are worth the tonnage. I'd rather take MRMs, to be honest with you. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like they're I don't know. Like if they did more of a splash damage and stripped armor and opened up spots, that wouldn't be too bad. If they did pinpoint damage, that'd be good. But right now it looks like they're, if the person you're shooting is not, we'll say, significantly damaged in either way. So here we go. We gotta find somebody. Now, mind you, let's try a full salvo of MRMs. Or we'll try a salvo of 2 of them into somebody and see how much damage they do. May have picked a bad map. Yeah, a moment where it's like, I wonder where all the bad guys are on some of these maps. Oh, there's one guy.
Target acquired.
Okay, so that is a locust. That's... %10 damage from a snub-nosed PPC center torso. That was a headshot. Wow.
Target destroyed.
So the damage wasn't registering on the paper towel, but it was true damage. Oh baby. Come on, give me a target that I actually can try these rockets on. Why did I change maps? I don't know why I changed maps. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to our old map there. I have no idea why I changed the map. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Testing grounds, tourmaline. Okay. So we'll try them one more time, but it definitely looks like they're more of a finishing off weapon. Basically, if it's between them and I want to say MRMs. I'm going to switch up, pick MRMs for sure. But right now, it doesn't look like they actually have a
New target acquired.
real good purpose. Alright, so right now this guy's pretty damaged. So we fire the rockets at him.
Destroyed.
Alright, and it does a lot of damage to him. Pinpoint damage from the looks of it.
Acquired.
If we switch over to the Atlas here. So the Atlas now is pretty fucked up.
Critical.
We fire rockets into its back.
Target destroyed.
Interesting.
New target acquired.
Don't know if I can actually hit with this snub nose from this far. Oh, I can. Doesn't do much damage, but so we're just gonna keep firing and firing and firing here with our snub nose
Heat level critical.
until I get too hot.
Heat level critical.
And we're gonna set a good distance away. Snub nose doesn't look like it also does splash damage either. So this guy's half damage. We're gonna watch to see what happens when when we fire the rockets. Pretty much almost kills him.
Target destroyed.
So I'm gonna say rockets are more of a end match thing, where as long as you can see someone that's red somewhere and you launch those missiles, pretty much. I'm not seeing much difference between them and LBXs, other than the fact that rockets do more damage up front. Because right now, MRMs, rocket launchers. So a rocket launcher 10 does 17.5 damage. A rocket launcher 15 does 26.25 damage. And then a rocket launcher 20 does 35 damage. Now, if you look at the amount of tons and slots it takes up, well, that's, I mean, 2 rocket launcher 20s can do 70 points of damage on anybody. So it's definitely a good one-off weapon. So, for example, on... Oh my god, I just realized something. On heavies and assaults and even mediums, this may not be the best, we'll say build, to put them on. They may not be the best to put them on, because they have more weapons that can bring more to bear. But something like a Locust or a fire starters don't have missiles. Because it's only half a ton, 1 ton, or 1.5 tons. So rocket launchers, I think, are going to be more of a light weapon. I'm trying to think. None of these do missiles, right? No. My Raven, though. My Raven 3L, on the other hand, has 2 missile slots. If I do 2 rocket launcher 20s, let's reset real quick here. Between the clan and the inner sphere. You know what? I'd have to have a one-on-one with a clan mech, but to be honest with you, I think it's pretty close now. And this is the reason why in tabletop, right? In tabletop, they actually, if you look at all the books and all that stuff, they actually realized that in the 30-25 era, when they introduced clan tech and clan mechs to the game, there was that unbalancing. So to actually basically balance the game, they bumped the timeline up to the 3060s, 3070s. If I dropped a large pulse and did 2 rocket 20s, interesting. Instead, it's doing 2 large pulse. That's 17. That was 14. I did 2 light PPCs. And stealth armor. Mark II targeting computer. Oh wow. I have a sneaking suspicion that oh my god. Okay, so we got 2 light PPCs, 2 rocket launcher 20s, 2 heat sinks, an XL 260 engine. My mech currently has 1 or more slot violations. Okay. Strip all equipment. Let's try this again. Okay, so we're going with stealth armor. For weapons, we're going to do 2 light PPCs. We're also going to equip ECM, 2 rocket 20s, an XL engine because they're lighter. We'll do an XL 295. Okay. And the rest is all going to be heat sinks pretty much. Ah, there we go. Okay. We're going to strip the armor from our left arm. Only because it's only got a 1 rocket 20 on it. There we go. Then we're going to put the other heatsink over there. But this should, in theory, balance things out a lot more. Like, how... I don't think on any clan mech I can do 360. I can't do 70 tons in one shot. Or 70... I can't do 70 points of firepower or damage in one quick little shot here. Because theoretically, if I alpha'd, I do 80 points of damage with a Raven 3L. With stealth armor and ECM. Yeah, I think this is going to pretty much make things very more even now. With that in mind, let's go to the testing grounds. Tourmaline Desert. Now, stealth armor. It reduces armor still, but gives you the ability to only be seen by eye. You cannot be seen by, regular ECM. You can be disrupted. Here, you cannot be. So, stealth armor is M. You'll notice my heat is not increasing until I start moving. Right? And it only works for a small amount of time. Works for what? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Now it's active. So I've worked up 13 points of damage, 14, 15, 16. So I'm building up heat, but in the end, I'm actually not bleeding off any heat. Now, theoretically, what's going to make this a little bit more dangerous is something like this. Well, actually, I'm not going to go after the assault. Oh, boom, there we go. Now all my heat dissipates.
Target acquired.
We're going to go after a heavy real quick. So theoretically, you get your stealth armor turned on. Come up behind a heavy. And disengage. I have pretty much removed a large chunk of that rear armor with no issues. Get within a nice sniping distance and light PPC to the back. Light PPC to the back.
Target destroyed.
Done. And the whole time I'm under ECM. And for half of it, I was completely under stealth armor. So stealth armor on again. I did 75, or I did 70 points of damage at the back of that catapult. So you see when I fire my light PPCs, my heat goes up, but it is not dissipating. So the offsetting of having your... oh, actually, I want to check out something real quick. So you cannot dissipate your heat when your stealth armor is turned on. There is one catch-22, which I'm going to try right now. But yeah, so that's 70 points of damage to the back of that catapult. I can probably do that to a medium or another light and kill them outright. Or do just significant amount of damage. You can leg just about anybody. Lights are one-shot, maybe almost one-shot kills. That is the catch-22 right there. But if I go into, mech base, skills. None of the new weapons are also affected by the skill tree yet. So, but let's go like this. Well, what am I doing? I don't need to do that now. I believe. Oh, yeah, 26. 0. Loadout, consumables, coolant flush, 18, UAV. So theoretically, you can use the coolant flushes while you're running in stealth mode, possibly. We'll have to take a look and see if that even works. Tourmaline. If you're on a hot map, aka Terra Therma, and there's a constant heat, as there is in Terra Therma, and you're on stealth, your heat will actually just build just by sitting in one spot, not even shooting. From what it is said. Whether that works or not, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so, stealth active.
Target acquired.
That's a wall. Let's try after the. Let's try going after this Jenner.
New target acquired. Heat level
Oh!
critical. Heat level critical.
So mental note. This actually works. So you can do one coolant flush until the other one regenerates, and then you can use the other one. Interesting. We pretty much have destroyed this Jenner. So for lights, this is definitely definitely a change up. Definitely a change up for lights. So yeah, it's like a one massive alpha for lights for the inner sphere. I'm trying to think of what lights can carry that much, or even media. Oh, actually, I wonder. Because they're really, really light. Let's strip you. Yeah, no. So the locusts. None of you actually have missiles. Jenner 2Cs don't count. Fire starters, though. $15 and 220s. 99.3 alpha. Okay, so rocket launchers are going to make lights, inner sphere lights, extremely dangerous. I'm able to free up 5 tons by switching over to the rocket launchers. Let's see if I put it in a large... let's do light PPC. Sorry about that. The dog's getting a little jumpy. It's getting to his dinner time. So we've done stealth armor, light ferro, we've done light fusion engines, targeting computers, laser AMS, clan weapons. So for the clan weapons, we're gonna use what clan mech should we use? Something with missiles and well. No clan mechs right now are set up, other than the new ones. None of you have ballistics, so let's go with Launchback 2C for the moment. First thing we're going to go with is the heavy machine, the machine guns. You get 4 ballistic slots, right? Yeah, you do. Loadouts. Strip. So first things first, we're going to do 2 lights and 2 heavies. 4 machine guns. 2 lights. 2 heavy. We're going to take a look to see what they look like. They look exactly the same. Though no clan mechs have been set up yet to run the new machine guns yet, so we'll have to take a look to see how they sound and things like that. But let's go to ammo. Well, that was a regular machine gun, that's why. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Here we go. Ammo. Do 2 quick tons of heavy, or 3 tons of heavy and 3 tons of light ammo. Engine, whatever I have on me. Clan XL200. What's the problem? 2 extra heat sinks. There. We got 2 spots for weapons, so we're going to go with micro lasers. We're going to go with a regular micro, and a micro pulse. Actually, no, we're not. We're just going to do the heavy machine guns first, and the lights. Boom. I think there's nothing different about... we do have ATMs, the new probe, AMS. Okay. So... testing grounds, tourmaline. Okay, so we'll check the sounds out first. Sounds are a lot more metallic. Sounds once again.
Target acquired.
So the sounds are definitely more metallic. The info for the machine guns are as follows. So all of them take up 1 slot. All of them, well, the light and the heavy are both 1/4 of a ton, while the heavy is 1/2 a ton. Damage per second is 60 damage, or 0.6 damage a second for the light, 0.95 damage for the regular, and then 1.5 damage per second for the heavies. Let's bring that back up. Max range is 480 meters for the light, 240 for the regular, and then 160 for the heavy. Optimal ranges are 240, 120, and then 80. Projectile speed is 100 meters per second for all of them. Projectile speed and missile speed. By a typo. The health of them is 3.5 for all of them. And ammo. 2,000 rounds of ammo in both for machine guns and light machine guns. Heavy machine guns are half. They're at 1,000. I like the noise. I like them actually quite a lot. So optimal range is really in close for the heavies. So Inner Sphere definitely has the advantage when it comes to machine guns for sure, but the clans do a lot more damage. Once again, they haven't skinned them yet as to what they look like. Try to write my name. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So yeah, they're basically the machine guns. They're nothing too fancy. They're not as realistic sounding as the Inner Sphere ones, though. They're more metallic sounding, more mechanical, which is definitely kind of clannish. Clans were very more methodical and things like that, so I like the actual feel. They're more efficient, right? They're just good to go. Will the Inner Sphere ones sound more like a M16 9mm and a 7.62 AK-47 sounding? I like it. Sounds very, very good. That's the machine guns though. Pretty easy. Mech spawner pilot. Next up for the clan stuff is the micro lasers. The micro pulse and the micro laser itself. I think I have a clan light that I can throw them on. Let's throw them on another hunchback here. Loadout. We're going to do ER micro and micro pulse. Micro pulse. ER micro. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a small pulse and a small laser for sound difference. Oh, I need an engine. I need engine. Engine, good idea. Clan XL engine. Let's go with the biggest one we can find. 270. Fine for me. Let's max this thing out. Heat sinks just so we can see how well. Remember, we're boating heat sinks here, so nothing here will be exactly how it will act in the real world. We have a heat efficiency of almost 2, so yeah, lasers. Okay, whoops, wrong button. So we're checking micro lasers and micro pulse. So ER smalls versus regular smalls or versus micros. One slot, it's a quarter of a ton versus a half ton. 2.6 damage a second versus 5, or 2.6 damage versus 5. 1.7 heat versus 3. 2.25 cooldown versus 2.75. Duration of 0.75 of a second versus 1.1 seconds. Range is 300 meters versus 360. And the optimal range is 250 versus 200. The pulse laser difference is 1 slot each. Half a ton for the micro pulse versus 1. Damage of 3 versus damage of 4. Interesting. 1.7 heat versus 2.7. 1.9 cooldown versus 2. Half 0.5 duration versus 0.6. Max range of 180 versus 297. Optimal range of 90 meters versus 165. And health of 2.75. So this is definitely surgical, right in your face shooting. So here we go. Oh. So ER micros and all that stuff. Okay, so you're gonna go like this. All right, so obviously these things are for super in your face fighting. So we're gonna get right up in the face of this atlas here. All right, so first off,
Target acquired.
here is the small laser. And then here is the micro laser. The sound, it almost has like a crystalline sound to it. I like the sound actually. It's got like a, I don't know. It's got that like a little crystal sound to it. It's very interesting. Here is the small pulse. Sounds just like a regular clamp pulse. And here is the micro pulse. Sounds the same, just sped up a little bit. Yep, sounds the exact same, just a little sped up. But yeah, so definitely a in-your-face style fight with this thing. Wow. Alphas on this thing are actually pretty good.
Target destroyed.
Still very effective, small weapons. Alright, so next we're going to try I think it's the ATMs are next. Heavy lasers. So for these ones, the small, the medium, and the large, it goes 1, 2, 3 tons. 1, 2, 3 slots. Half a ton, 1 ton, and 4 tons. 6 damage, 10 damage, 16 damage. 4.4 and a quarter, 8 and 17 for damage. 3.75 cooldown, 5 and 16. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one large, one medium, and one heavy laser, and then one on basically on this mech on one side, and then all of them on the other side, and we're basically going to fire them at the exact same time and see what happens. So we're going to strip it, all the equipment out. So here we go. We're going to go heavy small, ER small, heavy medium, ER medium, heavy large, ER large. So you can already see there's already that extra papa when it comes to slots. So heavy laser, 3 slots, 16 damage, 17 heat. Here it's 1, 4, and 11. So far so good. Damage, weight's the same size, slots are different, and it does a lot more damage though too. I like that. So 11 and 10 versus 16 and 17 though. And then the mediums 1, 1, 7 and 6 versus 2, 1, 10 and 8. So they do a lot more damage, but heat 1, half, 5 and 3. 1, half, 6, 4. So the heavy small might be more efficient. We'll have to see. Engine, where's my big XL? Equipment. Once again, this isn't testing a viable build. This is just testing the new weapons. And me not being able to click anywhere. There we go, there we go, there we go. Done. We're going to save that. Testing grounds. Trampoline again. Alright, so heavy laser weapons. What we're going to do is we're going to fire the smalls at the same time. Then we're going to fire the heavies at the same time. Or the medium, sorry, the smalls, the mediums, and the heavy. Sorry, then the larges all at the same time. First things first. So here is... I have more than 6 weapons, don't I? No, I don't. Good. So small, small, heavy, medium, medium, and then there we go. So we'll fire off the smalls first and check the sound difference. So this is a regular ER small.
Target acquired.
Heavy small. It's got more of an electrical sound to it. I like it. Next one up is the ER medium. Now here's the medium heavy. So same sound, just that little bit more electrified sound. Here's the large laser. What was that? I screwed that up. Here is the large laser. And then the heavy laser. So they took the same sound, but then added like an electrified sound to it. I like it, actually. It's very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try doing this. Firing them both at the same time. And we're going to watch to see like recharge rates and things like that. So the small laser fires just a little bit faster. Alright, so overall the small laser fired 5 or 6 times. Well, the small laser fired almost 3 times. So almost half the thing. So watch, we're going to do small laser again and the heavy small laser until they fire at the exact same time again. So here we go. So small laser is every time we count as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for every 5 small lasers, we only get a couple mediums, which is okay. There's no big deal. Now we're going to do medium lasers and watch it the same thing. So there we're almost at about 4. Well, 5 as well. So there, almost 5. And then last but not least, the heavies. You can see them lasting a little longer as well. So there it's about 4. So it got off about 2 shots while the regular... Yeah, well the regular got off about 4. So, I mean, when you look at the damage... I think that's going to come down to more personal preference about the heavy weapons at this point. I like how they do a lot of damage, but they also take a lot they need a lot more time on target and a longer recharge rate. I'm probably going to be using them though, like do like 3 heavy larges and then a whole bunch of medium pulse or something. Tag we're not really going to get into. ATMs though we are. We got 3s, 6s, 9s, and 12s. We're going to strip you down. Nine, 6, 3, 12. Engine. Interesting. So we just need generic ATM ammo. Okay, that's good to know. Let's throw in a couple heat sinks here just to be on the good side. Okay, well, that's a lot of money. $2 million for all that. And they basically just look like regular missiles. Then next up is... Actually, that's it. So Jam Chance counts for rocks as well. There's 2 new flamer nodes. And... Oh. And then they reduce the cool shots. Alright. So, 3, 6, 9, and 12.
Target acquired.
They have to lock? They lock. Okay, that's good to know. They even have a bit of an arc to them as well. So why would I pick these over LRMs or SRMs? No, actually, my question is... Are they smart munitions, though? No, they'll still hit. And they have a minimum range as well. Are these just going to replace... Basically, this is just the clan variant of the SRM. It's basically just an upgraded version of the Streak, is what it seems like. So I'm gonna... what clan mech do I have that has 8 missile slots off the top of my head? Throw this on a linebacker. I'm going to try this with streaks, because I don't know... I'm actually just going to verify versus streaks. I don't know if I'm going to take these versus streaks or not. So, streaks are in groups of 2 versus 3. So, we're taking ATM 6 as the base. The 3 slots and 3.5 tons. 2 slots, 3 tons. 12 damage, or 2 damage per missile. So it does more damage. There we go. Okay. Weighs more and does more damage. I was looking for something like that. Oh, yeah. Now, does it get affected? It doesn't get affected by Artemis either. Okay. So... my Huntsman, for example. Or my linebacker, where are you? Wow. Okay, so tonnage-wise, it's very, very heavy-oriented. Interesting. So... So how many rounds per? It's only 72 rounds, but they only fire in groups of 3 and 6. Heat efficiency of 1.73. So what if instead I did all 3s then? Drop that half ton. Let's try that. Because theoretically, this will do 9 points of damage. So 2 points of damage per missile as well. Wait, so then... No, wait, no. That's 6 points of damage. So it does 3 points of damage per missile. Yeah, 3 points of damage per missile. So... Oh, because they're not skinned up, right? Okay. So ATMs are good, but I wanted to try them out versus SRM4s, right? Because ATM 3s would be equivalent to SRM 4s. 8 damage. Yeah, so not as strong as SRM 4s. But if we did 1, 2... Oh, there we go. Streak 4s are 2 tons. ATM 3s are 1.5 tons. So that's already one of the differences right there. So ATMs are more, I want to say, weight efficient. I'm possibly thinking they're more weight efficient. So 3 ATM 3s are more efficient than 3 SRM 4s. So the question is going to be, why are you going to take SRM 4s? Because you have more missiles because of the new laser AMS system. Which would probably shoot down the majority of your missiles. So the difference between ATMs and SRMs now are basically the shotgun effect. The more rounds you could fire at an opponent, because the laser AMS are just going to shoot down all your lasers. So we're going to try something here. So our number one... Oh, and then... Oh, okay. So streaks can also be dummy fired as well.
Target acquired.
ATMs also have a minimum range.
New target acquired.
Interesting. So what's the minimum range of ATMs? Is it 160? No. 170. No. 180. 200 meters. So they have a minimum range of 200.
Target destroyed.
So ATMs are good for medium range contact up to 200 meters, and then you can engage with your streaks. So theoretically, 2 ATM 3s will be good to suppress an enemy as it comes closer to you. Once they're... Wow, they have 1,100 meter range. They also fire straight across, though. So ATMs are good if you can see your enemy and you can hit them, probably. Like, you can actually go up, poke, fire, and then cut back. The problem is that anytime they run between you and something, they could hit something like that. So they're good. They're just going to take a little while to try to figure out a good methodology of utilizing them, which is no big deal. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the new weapon. So overall, we'll just bring everything back up again. Inner Sphere got light and heavy machine guns, light and heavy Gauss, LBX 5s, 2s, and 20s, autocannon Ultra 2s, 10s, and 20s. The racks, which we tested at the beginning, and I almost lost my shit on. ER mediums and smalls, light, snub, and heavy PPCs, streak 4s and 6s, MRMs, rocket launchers, stealth armor, light ferro, light fusion, targeting computers, laser AMS, Clansdot, light and heavy machine guns, ER micros, micro pulse, heavy, small, medium, and large lasers, light tag, ATMs, new light active probe, and laser AMS as well. Overall, I think it's a very good patch. What I'll be doing as time progresses, I'll be doing more things on specific weapon systems. I'm trying to figure out good builds and ideas for certain ideas on certain mechs and stuff like that. Builds that we wouldn't usually be able to do something with, but now mechs are going to be a little bit more dangerous when it comes to certain things. Anyways, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the live stream today. I know I haven't live streamed in about a week and a half, but I just want to say thank you, and we're definitely going to be back. And when we switch over to the next screen, there will be the new weekly stream schedule, which may or may not take effect as of tomorrow. It all depends. But with that in mind, I want to thank everyone very, very much for coming and watching. There'll be some highlights of all the different weapon testing systems on the channel in the next day or so. But with that in mind, thanks for watching. See you guys next time during the next live stream. Bye-bye.